One thing that a lot of divine feminines have a hard time understanding is why their divine masculines don't disclose certain information, or why they ghost, why they disappear. Why do they do that? A man should not do that, or a divine masculine should not do that. Why do they keep certain things private? And I'm going to tell you right now, the divine masculine does not want to hurt the divine feminine. And this is why they avoid explaining certain things. This is why they avoid talking about their personal lives if they are involved in a third party dynamic, because they don't want to hurt you. They don't want to take the risk of saying, yeah, I'm still married, or yes, I'm still with this person, or we just had a baby. They fear that by telling you these things, they will hurt you. I had a client yesterday, Samantha, from my story that I was sharing. She was having a hard time forgiving her divine masculine because she found out her divine masculine got his third party, who he was supposed to divorce, got her pregnant. And he came into her life but didn't tell her that part. And a lot of divine masculines do this. They come back for the heart merge and they're like, I miss you, I'm crazy about you, I can't stop thinking about you. You know, they start disclosing their feelings, but then they don't share the things about their personal lives because they know that would hurt, or they feel that that would hurt the divine feminine. But the divine masculine doesn't think, well, if I don't tell her this, this might hurt her even more. Because the divine feminine finds out everything, right? This is how divine feminines are. We are like FBI, CIA, we know everything. So the divine masculine does not avoid telling you this because they want to hurt you, or because they're liars, or because they're cheats. And now I know it's not an excuse for divine masculines, for your twin flame, but a divine masculine never wants to hurt you with their words. So instead, they run away because they would rather run than to hurt you. But they don't understand that running can also hurt the divine feminine, but that hurts the divine feminine's ego. Now, when a divine feminine finally gets to a place where, like, okay, they took off because they're not ready, because it's not time yet, and you are not triggered. You have to get to a place where you understand your divine masculine took off because it was needed, because it was not time yet, because they're not ready, because you're both not ready, and because you both need this time to heal. It is not to hurt you, but it has been divinely orchestrated, and they are trusting their higher selves, their intuition, that it's not time yet. But they do not tell you these things, not because they want to hurt you and because they're trying to lie to you, but because they really don't want to hurt you, and they think that by saying these things would hurt you. That's why a lot of divine masculines don't really like talking about their personal life. Work, sure, or about themselves, sure, but anything that has to do with another partner, they're like, oh my God, I don't want to do that because that would hurt them. They're trying to think of, like, out of love. And that's why a lot of divine masculines, they don't want to come in until they're fully done with that relationship. And another thing divine masculines don't want to do is they don't want to interfere in your life if you have a third party, if you're married, or if you're in a relationship. They don't want to break up a family. So they will avoid you at all costs because they don't want to be the reason to break up the family. They don't want to hurt you. So divine feminines, I need you to understand, anything that your divine masculine does is actually to protect you. They feel they're doing it to protect you. So I need you to start seeing with your heart. Be more heart-led. Have an open heart. Don't think out of your ego, like, why would he not tell me this? It's to protect you. Some information is not meant to be disclosed. And this is why divine feminines were not meant to be searching and digging and finding out what they're doing. Because like I said, divine feminines, we find out everything. But there are some things we shouldn't find out. There are some things that are not meant to be known. And that's why sometimes when you go to readings and you keep asking, why? What is he doing? Da, 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 da. You're not meant to know. The guides may not tell you because you're not meant to know. You shouldn't be looking at their social media. You shouldn't be hunting for information because you're not meant to know. So go within and stop being mad at your divine masculine just because they didn't tell you certain things or because they're with a third party. They have these soul contracts to fulfill. Let them fulfill them. Let them learn their lessons with that other person while you focus on yourself. But don't be mad at them. You also have your lessons to fulfill, whether it's with a third party or your own karmic cycles and behaviors, whatever stuff you're learning. But do not be mad if your divine masculine avoids sharing certain things with you, because they're only doing it to protect you. And if they block you, because they don't want you to see certain things, because they don't want you to be hurt. And it's like this, there's this saying, I recently heard a video that says, oh, if you're a guy, this is not really twin flame related, but I just thought it was kind of funny. If the person you broke up with still follows you on social media, they don't really like you. They don't really care about you. If they broke up with you, if you ended things and they unfollowed you, they like you. If they removed you as a follower, they really like you. But if they blocked you, they're in love with you. They're crazy about you. So I thought it was kind of funny. It's not always going to apply, of course, but it's just kind of like it's just, you know, a lot of divine masculines kind of do this too, though. A lot of divine masculines will block their twin flame, but it's also very wounded energy, right? Because some divine feminines do this too because they're hurt. It's coming out of ego. They feel wounded. They're like, oh, how dare you, I'm going to block you, right? So do not block your divine masculine. Always lead with your heart, because you got to remember the divine feminine leads this journey spiritually. And by that, I mean with her intuition and with her heart. This is why I'm always leading with an open heart. I do not have a single ounce of resentment towards my divine masculine. You should not ever resent your twin flame, no matter how long you haven't talked to your twin flame. But you do have to set boundaries, right? It doesn't mean you accept breadcrumbs. It doesn't mean that you let them come in and, you know, they're with a third party and they're like, okay, let's, you know, have an affair. That's not okay either. You still have to set boundaries. You still have to have self-respect and self-love and not accept the bare minimum if your divine masculine comes in with that kind of energy. But remember, your divine masculine does not want to hurt you. A true twin flame, divine masculine, does not want to hurt you. Please remember that. Much love. God bless.